Hall of Fame point guard Steve Nash, a 4-year contract. He's the new coach of the Brooklyn Nets. Just a little while ago this morning, Nets general manager Sean Marks was on ESPN radio talking about the hire.
I've had a long relationship with Steve, and I know the type of character he is and the type of person he is and how he leads. He led, the Phoenix Suns that I was a part of, and I saw that firsthand. And the empathetic leader and the trust that he developed between coaching staff and 1 through 15 on the bench. It was impressive. That's nothing like I've ever seen before.
All right, so that was Sean Marks this morning. We are now going to debut a new feature called Change My Mind. It's something I do on the radio as well, on my new radio show. And the bottom line of it is this. Zach Lowe joins us this morning as well. Zach and Big Perk. Here's the deal. I consider myself, Zach, an open-minded person. So I'm going to state an opinion, and then if you disagree with me, I'm going to give you the opportunity to change my mind. Here's what I think. Here's why there's so much pressure on Steve Nash. Because if Kevin Durant is healthy, in my opinion, anything short of an Eastern Conference championship, anything short of an NBA Finals appearance next year is a disappointment for the Brooklyn Nets. That's what I think. Zach, change my mind.
I'm not going to change your mind, Greeny. I agree with you. Look, the Bucks are flailing. The Sixers flailed all the way out of here. The Celtics are rising. That's going to be an obstacle. The Raptors, if they lose this series, we'll see what happens. If you have Kevin Durant healthy, Kyrie Irving healthy, and a decent supporting cast, heck yes, you're trying to get to the finals next year. You just paid Steve Nash and Jacques Vaughn a whole lot of money to do that. So I would love to change your mind. I would love to disagree with you and yell at you, but I can't. There's enormous pressure on Steve Nash walking into that job.
No, I'm much happier when you don't want to change my mind. Here we are in agreement. Big Perk, what do you think?
Well, both of y'all are wrong because the expectation is even higher. It's championship or bust. It's championship or bust. It's not just reaching the finals. You have a healthy KD and a healthy Kyrie. It's the same expectations that you're going to give to a LeBron James and Anthony Davis, a Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, a Russell Westbrook and James Harden. It is championship or bust. I don't care if this Steve Nash first time coaching and he has no experience. You have 2 of the top 10 players when healthy on your basketball team. It's the same expectations as anyone else. It is championship or bust.
I love it. Big Perk raising the stakes, not only not changing my mind, but taking it another level. I love it. Quickly, Zach, what did you think of the hiring of Nash? That story broke as we were finishing up the show yesterday. I was shocked, if only because I hadn't heard any speculation about it. What was your take on the Nash hiring in Brooklyn?
Very rare that something like this comes out of nowhere. This one did. It reminded me of Boston with Brad Stevens all those years ago. The first thing I thought of was I interviewed Steve Nash a couple of years ago about Kevin Durant, and he talked about how close they were. He talked about in off-season workouts how Kevin Durant, after their first championship at Golden State, would talk to him about he didn't feel fulfilled in the way he thought he would. He didn't feel like the championship made him any better or more complete as a player. That kind of human man-to-man relationship, that really, really matters when you're talking about coaches connecting with star players. So that was the first thing I thought of. Obviously, there's a lot of work to do from there. That's on Steve and his whole staff, but that relationship at the top is really important.
What do you think, Perk?
Look, I like the hire. Here it is, Greeny, that I'm always in when former players are able to get an opportunity like this. It was shocking to me also. I thought it was other candidates with experience that were well-deserving. But one thing that Sean Marks left out of his interview is that he had let the world know that this hiring with Steve Nash was KD-driven. Mm-hmm. It was Kevin Durant-driven. Kevin Durant signed off on this. So that's the only thing I can say. But I like it. I don't love it.
Okay, fair enough. We will see. Again, the stakes are very high. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.